this amp is about 100 watts. You know, it depends on wattage, depends on, like, if your voltage goes up and down, you might have a few watts different, but it's about 100 watts. Two proprietary 7-inch drivers. These are PJB design drivers specifically made for this amp. Okay, and then also there's a tweeter in here, because that gives you that with a bigger driver, like the 5-inch can go higher, and the 4-inch, like a double full, go higher still. But when you've got the bigger speakers, as you know, they don't produce as much highs. So in here is the tweeter that gives it the full range sound. It's also a vented cabinet. Down here is a very large diameter vent, which means it has low noise. You got a standard single jack input. You got a mute switch on here. That goes green on the clip light. It's not clip. It's the green means mute. It goes red when it's clipping on here and here, but on that it's mute. Input level, when it's down to minimum, it really is off. It's 0, and then you've got all this gain up here to bring it to maximum here. Okay. 3-band EQ, bass, middle, treble, plus or minus 18 dB. That means quite a lot of boost and cut. Master volume here that controls the whole thing, and then you've got an auxiliary level here with a small mini jack here for, like, either the big head or like a player like this, or a drum machine. Headphone input here, just goes in there like that, and then you line out there, and then you power on off here. Very, very simple controls. Fender Precision bass, 5-string American standard. Volume is set to max on the bass. Set the input on a passive bass generally to high. That means a high sensitivity, not high impedance. And then you play a note, you won't get anything until you turn this up. When you turn it up to a certain level, you'll see the clip light come on. There. When that comes on, just back it off like there. Then you've probably got the optimum input match to that particular instrument. To get input level again, just turn the master volume up just a tad and keep this down. Set the input to low for an active bass, and then turn it up. Turn the bass up, the active bass up on full, so you can not ever overload the input, and then bring the level up here until it starts to clip. Back it off a bit. So what makes Phil Jones bass or PJB amps unique is the true fidelity of the instrument, more like a studio sound than like a, so you get that studio sound live. Here's something like, this is the EQ flat, and just do a couple of, see, super clear. And then the other thing I want to show you is that although it's still a small amp, it produces the full range of the instruments. Like here's open notes, so you can get an idea of how it sounds with this EQ flat again. E string and B string. Now I'll do a bit of EQ, okay? So first thing I'll do is I'll turn up the bass control. Like a reggae sound. Yeah, like something like that. You want a bit of a nice bright sparkling sound, like this. This is a treble on full. is I'll take the mid. This is the mid on flat, bass on flat, treble on flat, mid on flat. Roll off the mid to there, take the mid down. And I kind of scoop like old style Trace Elliott SWR sound. Boost it up. So that's the 3-band EQ, specifically designed for 4, 5-string, 6-string bass guitar. And believe it or not, this amp actually sounds great for acoustic instruments like double bass, even acoustic guitar, and really sings with a fretless bass as well. To get the best throw is to have it up close to a wall, or even in a corner. If you're gigging, you put it in an amp in a corner, you always get more gain that way because the sound is focused into a more tighter direction. This is the big head. Mine's a blue one, the only one in existence. They're all silver. But you can take the headphone out from the big head and plug it into the auxiliary input on here. Now you've got an extra channel. So like if you had like a situation where two of you in a room at home, you're just working out a song, you can plug a guitar player like this into here, bass into there, or vice versa, and you got. So you can have 2 channel with the big head plugged in as well. There you go.